Hello everyone, I am Dr. Vandana Yadav, Assistant Professor, Faculty of Science, the Bhopal School of Social Sciences, Bhopal. Today we are going to discuss another important type of pollution, it is water pollution. So let's start with water pollution. In this we are going to cover definition, major categories of water pollutant, sources of water pollution, thermal pollution, effects of water pollution, its control measures. So now we are going to start with water pollution. Now what is water? Water is a very important natural resource which is vital for the maintenance of all forms of life and vegetation. And if this important source gets polluted, then it can cause hazards. So water is considered polluted when certain substances or certain conditions are present in such a degree that water cannot be used for a specific purpose. Like if it is having high quantity of pollutant, then that water does not become fit for drinking, fit for cooking, or fit for any specific purpose of our daily life. Now let's move on to major categories of water pollutant. So we have different pollutants which makes the water unfit for drinking. In it, the first one is your infectious agents like bacteria, viruses, protozoa, and the sources of all these agents is human and animal waste. Second type of water pollutant is oxygen demanding waste. The waste which demands the oxygen, decrease the oxygen content and makes it unfit for aquatic life. Third category is your inorganic chemicals like acids, metals, salt. They are also harmful for water. Then we have radioactive elements. You all know that radioactive elements are hazards, and when they get accumulated in the water, then water becomes unfit for drinking or for any specific purpose. Next category of water pollutant is your plant nutrients like nitrates, phosphates, and they all create water unfit for aquatic life as well as for human being, because these plant nutrients when are in excess, they travel to the food chain of the human being and causes different defects in the human being. Then next category of water pollutants is your organic chemicals like pesticides, plastic waste, gasoline, oil, detergent, and all these combined effects are covered under organic chemicals. And last but not the least is the heat or thermal pollution. Thermal pollution means something related to change in the temperature of water. So if the temperature of water is not normal, then that is harmful for the aquatic life, which we will discuss later on. Now coming on to sources of water pollution, where the point from which these water pollutants are created are called the sources of water pollution. And the very important source of water pollution is sewage leakage. Second, high population density. Then we have oil spillage. Then industrial waste which are discarded in our water streams. Pollution of groundwater is also done by drilling activities, and floods during rainy season, they also carry waste into our water stream. Radioactive isotopes and heavy metals are also discarded in the water. So industries which are generating these waste, they just discard them into our water stream, which comes into our daily life. Then we have mineral processing plants. Deforestation is also an important source of water pollution. Then mining, and then herbicides and fertilizers, you all know about them. Household chemicals like detergents, soaps, they are also a major source of water pollution. And last but not the least is the animal waste. They all combine to form the sources of water pollution. Now I told you that one of the major sources of water pollution is thermal pollution. Now let's discuss what is thermal pollution. Changes in the water temperature adversely affect the quality of water and aquatic life. Major thermal pollution in water is due to the human activity. You all know that. Now, what happens when the temperature of water rises? So, high temperature basically decreases the oxygen content, and which disturbs the reproductive cycle of the aquatic life, respiratory and digestive rates of the aquatic life, and they also cause difficulty to aquatic life. So therefore the temperature should be normal, and if it is high, then that is a type of source of water pollutant, that is called thermal pollution. Now some of the important sources of thermal pollution are: number 1, your nuclear power and your electric power plants, then you have petroleum refineries, then you have steel melting factories, and then one of the most important is boiler from the industries, which release a large amount of heat to water bodies, causing difficulty for aquatic life to survive. So therefore we need to work with the industries so that they do not discard their waste, which can cause increase in temperature of the water. Now coming on to the effects of water pollution. Now what hazard does water pollution have on our environment and on human beings and on animals? So we can say that water pollution has dual effect. It affects the environment and as well as the living beings. For example, if we drink polluted water, the person can suffer from disease like cholera, typhoid, jaundice, etc. Water pollution also causes eutrophication. You must have heard about eutrophication, that is decrease in the oxygen quantity, or I can say deficiency of oxygen. Now water pollution causes eutrophication, which is harmful for the plants because it leads to deficiency in oxygen. Now pollution due to detergents and soaps is harmful for fishes and other aquatic forms of life. Their reproductive cycle gets very much affected by these detergent and soaps. Now water pollution with chemicals, if water is polluted by inorganic chemicals or organic chemical, then it inhibits the process of photosynthesis in plants, which can in turn affect the growth of plants and vegetation. Pesticides, if are present in water, then they and that are consumed by human beings in any form by the food chain, then that causes muscular weakness, dizziness and many side effects to the human being. So these are certain important effects of water pollution. Now we need to understand how we can control this water pollution. So as you know that most of the water pollutant are from industries. So the first and the foremost control measure we can take is reutilization of the waste. We need to devise method to reutilize this waste into energy so that these wastes do not enter into the mainstream. Second thing is we should not throw chemicals, solvents or anything in our sewer drains because that in turn come into our main water stream. We should inspect our septic tank every 3 to 4 years so that we can have control over the waste generated or accumulated in our septic tanks. We should avoid the use of pesticides and fertilizers that can enter into our mainstream of water and then they enter into our plants and then these plants are consumed by the human beings. We should remove salts using RO process, or we can call it reverse osmosis process. We should use non-toxic cleaning materials so that our sewage treatment is not dangerous for our water. And then we should not throw away oil and other liquid spills because they create blockage in the sewer and then pollutant get accumulated later on which enter in our groundwater. We should not use paint and brushes in our normal stream of water. These small steps, when taken, will minimize water pollution. So thus we can conclude that pollution of water is a very serious issue and it has a grave implication for the human being. In fact, we can say that the very survival of human being depends on the availability of pollution free water. But as you know that with the increase in population, there is increase in industrialization, increase in urbanization, so which is putting immense pressure on all of our natural resources. So this increasing population is demanding more food grains, and this is leading to the extensive use of fertilizers. So hence these fertilizers or pesticides, they are causing water pollution. So we have to act and control this menace before it is too late, because water is the vital component for our survival. So today I told you about water pollution, pollutants that are creating water pollution, its hazards and the control measure we need to take, because water is very important for our survival and future generation needs pure water for their survival, and so we need to act today so that this menace does not become a national problem. So with this we have completed water pollution. In the next lecture we are going to discuss nuclear pollution. Till then, keep watching. Thank you.